Sacred. The Quran is the sacred book of Islam. Sacrifice. Parents often make sacrifices for their children. Safety. For safety reasons, we should always put on the safety belt while driving. Salary. Mail carriers in America didn't receive a government salary until 1863. Salmon. Smoked salmon is a specialty of the restaurant. Salute. Every morning students salute the flag at school. Sanctuary. The safari park is the largest wildlife sanctuary in the U.S. Satellite. All his former satellites betrayed him after he lost his power. Satisfy. He told us he would not join the organization unless it could satisfy 2 criteria. Saturn. Saturn has several moons. Save. Fans were crazy about his fine save. Saw. His job every day is to saw logs into boards. Scene. A lot of shocked onlookers gathered at the scene of the accident. Scenery. The rural scenery was so beautiful that the poet decided to live there. Scent. The air is scented with lavender and rosemary. Schedule. The President is scheduled to visit Canada next month. Scholar. She is well known as a translator and scholar in the field of Russian literature. Science. The unpleasant odor of burning plastic seemed to be coming from the science lab next door. Scold. Mother scolded him for failing the exam. Scorn. David and Mary scorned begging for help. Scratch. Mike's cat yawned and scratched its legs. Scream. We were awakened by the screams that night. Sculpture. There are 2 lions sculptured in bronze at the front gate of the park. Seashore. She went to a seashore sanatorium after her little girl died. Seaside. Seaside hotels are in peak season in summer. Seasoning. The food needs a little more seasoning. Secret. He kept his promotion secret from his wife and wanted to give her a surprise. Secure. She couldn't go to sleep until she made sure all the doors and windows had been secured. Security. A soldier's responsibility is to safeguard the security of his nation. Seed. She seeded her garden with flowers and grass. Seemingly. Our new manager is seemingly untroubled by these impossible tasks. Seize. It's reported that the rebels have seized 20 passengers to use as hostages. Selfish. His selfish motive was so apparent. Senior. The government planned to strengthen the economic security of the seniors. Sensible. It looks like rain, so be sensible and take your umbrella. Sentence. He was sentenced to 2 years of hard labor for theft. Separate. His parents separated when he was 6. Serve. He wants to buy a mobile phone which can serve as an MP3. Settle. After spending a summer in New Mexico, she later settled there permanently. Shabby. It's shabby to speak ill of others behind their backs. Shallow. There are several children playing in the shallow side of the pool. Shameful. It was shameful of them to steal money from poor people. Share. She asked me if I had given John his share of the money. Shave. A shave may help you look younger. Shell. She shelled peas before going to the market to sell them. Shine. She always shines in writing. Shiver. The girl was shivering with cold because the temperature dropped abruptly. Shopkeeper. The shopkeeper was an honest man and never gave customers short wait. Shore. It was impossible to shore up the flagging company right now. Shortage. The main problem of Africa is the shortage of finance. Shortcut. There are no shortcuts to studying. Shortly. It began to pour shortly after he left. Shout. His suggestion was greeted with a shout of opposition. Shovel. She often shovels her clothes into the wardrobe. Showcase. In our showcases, we display various kinds of collections. Shrine. Shakespeare's birthplace is visited as a shrine. Shut. She tried her best to shut off the unhappy past. Shy. One cannot shy away from difficulties all the time. Sigh. That beautiful lady sighed for her lost youth when she looked in the mirror. Sight. After voyaging for about 5 weeks, they finally sighted land. Significant. Smiles are significant of pleasure. Silent. You'd better keep silent when you are arrested. Sink. The sun was sinking in the west. Site. Our company headquarters are sited in Taipei. Skeptical. Paul and I were skeptical about his suggestion. Sled. Sleds pulled by dogs are in common use in the Arctic. Sleeve. She rolled up her sleeves and decided to set up a company of her own. Slight. The manager was dismissed for slighting his duty. Slim. Anne is a tall, slim blonde and really good-looking girl. Slip. Sophie slipped and broke her knee in the bathroom. Slipper. Slippers are usually worn indoors. Slope. The street slopes down at this point. Snake. The town people wanted to build a road snaking its way through the mountain. So-called. His so-called friends all left him when he was in trouble. Sociable. His sociable disposition made him very endeared. Sociology. When I was at school, sociology was the most popular subject for undergraduates. Software. Our company has been successfully diversifying into software. Soil. My white dress soils easily. Solar. Solar energy is a pollution-free energy. Soldier. She will never give up but soldier on. Solid. The father hoped his daughter married a solid guy. Solution. The two nations finally achieved a peace solution after 30 years of war. Solve. It took him 6 days to solve the puzzle. Someday. He never realized that he would be a famous writer someday. Sophisticated. Helen is a glamorous, sophisticated, but a little lonely woman. Sorrow. The whole country sorrowed over the great writer's death. Sort. It took her a long time to sort out her thoughts before she went to sleep. Sound. The government put forward a policy to continue to establish a sound economy. Sovereign. King George was then the sovereign of England. Span. The River Thames is spanned by many bridges. Species. We should try our best to protect the endangered species. Spectacle. The sunrise, as seen at the top of Taishan Mount, was an amazing spectacle. Spectacular. What a spectacular waterfall it is. Sphere. The earth is not a perfect sphere. Spectator. Some spectators perched on the roofs of adjoining buildings to see what would be going on. Spill. Lily almost spilled milk on her silk skirt. Spine. Sophie injured her spine when she fell off the ladder 2 days ago. Spoil. Everyone enjoys being spoiled from time to time. Spontaneous. Her spontaneous answer hurt boyfriend deeply. Spouse. All employee spouses were invited to the company picnic last weekend. Spread. Mom taught little Tom how to spread butter on bread. Square. The chairman failed to square the 2 points of view so that the meeting reached a deadlock. Squeeze. Anne always squeezes the orange juice into a glass to drink after dinner. Stable. A stable political environment is essential to the development of any national economy. Stadium. The pop singer is going to give a concert in the National Stadium. Stage. The public were staging a demonstration to show their strong disappointment of the president. Standard. 5% of the products are below standard. Stare. Wendy gave her boyfriend a long, cool stare when she discovered him cheating on her. Starve. People starved of sleep start to lose their concentration and may hallucinate. Statue. The Statue of Liberty stands in New York Harbor. Statute. In our country, working hours are limited by statute. Statutory. Little Alex is only 5 years old, which is below the statutory age for school attendance. Steal. This dress is a steal at 30 NT. Steam. It's inconvenient to wear glasses, for hot water can always steam them. Steal. The doctor steeled himself to tell the woman that her dear daughter was dying. Steep. The car toiled up the last part of the steep ascent inch by inch. Steer. Victoria carefully steered her new car through the narrow streets. Sting. The insect sting had left a red mark on his back. Stingy. A stingy little old man lives next door to my house.